Today I'm going to be canning chicken legs. So let's get started. Hello friends, welcome to Butterfly Meadows Home and Farm. I'm so glad you stopped by today. I have here in this bowl 10 pounds of chicken legs. I'm going to start off with 4 quarts. So I have my clean jars ready here. I have 4-quart jars, and you'll want to use wide mouth jars because if you use a small mouth jar, it's really hard to get your chicken out. And I'm going to be canning these with the raw pack method, which means I'm going to put them in the jars raw. I'm not going to add any liquid. They will make their own juices as they can. And I've taken these and I've already rinsed them off in cold water. So all I have to do is pack them into my jars. I'm going to be able to get 3 drumsticks in each jar. These will create broth when they can. If I'm going to use them in a soup or a stew or a dumplings or to make chicken salad or whatever I may be using the chicken for, I will remove the bone and the skin, and then I will drain the broth off, and I can use the broth for it, whatever I need chicken broth for. And the dog Dolly will enjoy the bones and the skin because these bones will be very soft. Once they come out of the pressure canner, they'll be very soft and safe to give to the dog. So, and I don't add any salt or any seasoning, but you can. If you want to add salt, you could add a ½ teaspoon of salt to each jar, and you could add any seasoning you wanted, whatever flavor you want, anything you would normally season your chicken with. As far as spices go, you could put that in this jar and it would be seasoned when you take it out. I like to leave mine plain so that it's more versatile. When I open it, I can use it and season it how I want. So let's finish getting these drumsticks into the jars. Okay, so I have my 4-quart jars of chicken legs, and in this cup I have white vinegar and a clean paper towel. And what I'm going to do is wipe the rims of these jars because you don't want any grease or debris to be on the rim of your jar. And vinegar will cut the grease, and we just clean them off. Easy peasy. And then here I have 4 new lids. Now I'm going to put the rings on. Finger tight. And remember, we do finger tight because during the canning process we want the air to be able to escape as it is taking the pressure is taking the air out of the jar. Okay, so now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to put these in the canner, and I'm going to pressure can these for 90 minutes. Quart jars of meat need to be pressure canned for 90 minutes. Pints, 75 minutes. So I'm going to put my jars into my electric canner. I have my wire rack in the bottom, and my canner calls for 2 quarts of water. And I'm going to place the jars in. I'm going to set the weight, and I use a 15-pound weight for where I live. I'm going to set it to exhaust and set it for 90 minutes. Now this is a carry electric canner, and what it will do is it will begin to heat. It will vent for 10 minutes. And venting is once steam starts coming out of the canner, and it will time for 10 minutes, and then it will beep again, and after it vents, I will turn my weight over to airtight. Right now I want to make sure it's on exhaust. And the reason you vent a canner is because there's air inside of this canner. Air does not conduct heat the way steam does. So the venting allows all of the air to get out of the canner, so the canner is filled with steam. And that's when you put it on airtight. And so we're going to let that do its thing, and I'll bring you guys back when I take the jars out of the canner. So it's been a couple of days since we canned our chicken drumsticks, and I wanted to show you what they look like. But I've written on the lid what it is and the date, and I've taken the rings off, and I've wiped the jars down to get any grease off of them that they might have had on them. And these are ready to go into storage or ready to eat if I wanted to use them. Try a couple of cans, just can, maybe 4 cans or the smallest batch you can, and make sure and then go ahead and try it and make sure your family likes it before you can up a bunch. I know we like it. It's easy to use in lots of recipes, and it makes for a quick meal when I haven't done a lot of planning and I need a quick meal. And so I hope you'll give this a try. Thanks for stopping by Butterfly Meadows Home and Farm. God bless.